big difference to last year is that well, it's Tip again, but Tip are All-Ireland champions this time. So that's an added incentive, I suppose, from our point of view. So I'm sure they won't like last year. They'll be probably looking for a small bit of revenge from 2010, but at the same time, we're taking on the All-Ireland champions. So I suppose we are hoping that we can improve on last year. We got a good start to the year, but we faded after. So we'll be hoping that this year that if we get off the ground early on, that we can keep it going. I tried out a lot of players to bring them up to the speed of the hurling, and played guys maybe 2 days in the trot, 2 or 3 days in the trot, really, just to give them that bit of momentum. And we lost 4 games by a point, which I suppose maybe could have gone either way, but at the same time we didn't win them, and I think we were disappointed with that, really. That's the one thing that we've been maybe looking at since, and that you got to get over the line too. Tip showed no 9 what they could do in the All-Ireland final, even though they lost it. And in fairness, they came back last year, and the All-Ireland final were outstanding. And I think with the new management and the whole lot, they've brought in a few new players as well, which is keeping everyone on their toes up there. But I think everyone knows in hurling now that if Tip get off the ground in a game, and that their hurling is they've excellent hurlers all over the place. And obviously if we allow them to hurl to their potential, we haven't a chance. But that's not the way games go. Having lost a couple of games by a point, in that we are looking just for fellas to tie down a few positions now. We have a fair idea of what we want. But we need to get over the line, really, is the main thing. But I suppose the performance is crucial. And I think the players are well tuned in. They're very tuned in to maximising their potential. They're well tuned into what's required, and we have a lot of experience in the team, a lot of leaders, and the young guys now are there a year and a half, so they really know what's expected of them as well. And most of the guys we've brought in were in last year, so that was that was the job we were given, to maximise what was there, and to bring in what we saw, guys that would be up to it. And you don't know whether they're up to it or not, because obviously with Cork we haven't been in the minor under 21 but so you don't know. But like these guys have come in, and I think we are now going to find out this year whether they're whether they're up to it or not, and I think they are. And we have about 10, 11, 12 guys of last year's under 21 team and this year's under 21 team, and they're there with a year now, so they're well bedded in. And I suppose it'll be up to them really to step forward from there. It is very competitive always, but I suppose the one thing that's probably maybe this year, maybe even probably Leinster is probably that little bit more competitive, possibly. So I suppose it depends. Clare will be able to size up Tip and ourselves and see who comes out of it, and they'll get a chance to size up the winners of that game. Limerick and Waterford obviously will. With Davy being involved, and that'll have probably a world of its own, really, and that's another couple of weeks' time. So it's hard to know. Limerick played well enough in the league final and that, so they'll be well tuned in and well motivated. But I think Waterford are going exceptionally strong as well. They've proved that over the last year, that they are going strong and they're a match for anyone. We have a couple of injury problems, all right, but. The one at the present is, Ronan Curran has a knee injury, so we'll see how he's motoring during the week, and if he reacts to a bit of training, that while it's disappointing for him, he really won't be in contention if there's any reaction to the injury. Waterford are going strong. Galway just faded a little bit in the league, but I think they're ready to come back. But really, Tip and Kilkenny have been the standard bearers over the last few years, and it's very hard to look outside of them. And they're our target. The Cork team that I'm involved in will be doing our utmost to dethrone Tip, but we know that it's a long road. Then after that, I think we're now conscious of that, that it's you've got to put a couple of games back to back. There's no point in having one good game and leaving it at that. We have there's been a lot said about the makeup of Cork hurling at the minute, but I don't buy it one bit. But we've a very good panel, and we know we need to been up a gear or two. We know that, the players know it and I know it, and we'd expect to do that later on the year. I'll tell you, if everything goes according to plan with us, we've every chance, but like Tip I know will be very anxious to what happened to them last year in Cork, 10-point defeat. They'll be anxious to sort that out, particularly now that they're all Ireland champions. So that's a 50-50 game, and whoever's tuned in on the day will take it.